Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 16 of our FTB Skies Let's Play series. Where today, we're working on quite a few things, but our main goal is trying to get our sifters automated. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata. Where, we got stuff, we've got things to do, processes to do, machines to make, all kinds of fun stuff. Pardon if you can hear in my voice, I'm still a little bit under the weather. Obviously, I took a week off there because of it. I am getting better, I guess, but I'm still not 100%. So if you can hear it in my voice, that's why. But yeah, things happen. What are you going to do? Get sick. TheAndrata has an autoimmune condition, so he can get sick easier than most. And being a teacher, don't always jive with that. So anyway, in between episodes, I didn't do terribly too much here during my week off. I did do a couple little processes and things like that, some movements and stuff like that. Let's talk about that. Okay, so if we pop over to Tech Island over here, I went ahead and upgraded all of our infusing factories over to the advanced version of that so they can do more things. I also went ahead and set up exporters on each one of them to export the requisite enriched item, or whatever it is. So I don't know if we talked about this in the last episode because it's been a little while. But if you set up an exporter with a crafting upgrade and a regulator upgrade, you can automate the amount of enriched items that you keep in your inventory in your mechanism machines. So you take it, put it in there, and we give it a, you can control click on here and you can set how much that you want to keep in the inventory. I chose 10 this time. So if you set that up, and what it's going to do is it's going to make sure that inside of the inventory, it only keeps 10. Okay, so it'll fill your liquid carbon up, and then after that, it will make sure that there is 10 inside of here. Once I craft something, it'll burn up one of these that it'll use it. It'll automatically come over here and request this machine make one of them for me, and then it'll put it back in there and always keep 10 in stock. And I did that for all 4 of the infusing factories that we have. Along with that, I went ahead and set up the iron crafters for each one so that they can do their thing. Note that I didn't name them. Take a crafter, put it in an anvil, 1 level, let you name them. And this is, being able to name them is very handy for using a crafting manager to organize your crafts and everything like that, because without, these are just going to show up as advanced infusing factories and you don't know which one is which. So name these. You can also utilize the labeler from, or sorry, if I spell it right, labeler from Integrated Dynamics, and you can name them as well. Eventually, we will get into that, so we can name things easier without having to use experience. And then upgraded all of those to advanced. Bada bing, bada boom. We can craft all of the things from mechanism. Over here, we have a power issue. Oh, we do have a power issue. This guy has no power. I'm working on trying to get like power out of, away from cyclic. Yeah, wait, shouldn't you have power? You have a battery. Oh, how did everything got set to not be exporting? Okay, maybe when I rearrange that, it reset. Now you should have power. I'm trying to move away from cyclic for our power storage, at least. I mean, I don't mind these little things for most setups. This is not too terrible for most of our machines and everything, but we have a bottleneck going on here. Now, obviously, the bottleneck is not coming from these because this is directly hooked up to a flux point. But if you come over here to our magma crucible, it's not able to keep power. I mean, it's using 1200 RF per tick, but we're able to export 131,000 RF per tick here. So it's not necessarily this guy that's causing the bottleneck. Where the bottleneck is coming from, if we come down here, it's the battery that I have here. This guy can only export, it must only be able to export 1,000 RF per tick or something like that. And so the bottleneck is coming from here. Or it's able to input at 2,800, it looks like. That's what it's capping out at. Isn't there a graph? Yeah. Input on average about 24,000, 25,000 RF per tick. So that's all that this is able to export. And so this is using 1,200 of that, plus other machines are using power in the interim. So it's bottlenecking there with that. So I'm working on trying to get us extra power. And actually, to be honest, let's go ahead and work on that now. Let's mechanism, because I taught the system how to go ahead and craft our energy cubes, and I taught it how to craft all the way up to an ultimate energy cube. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this craft off so it can get us the energy cube. And then that way we have, well, ultimate energy available to us that can hold 64 million or 102 million, but it can also output at like 64,000 RF per tick or something like that. I don't remember 100%. Anyway, one other problem that I discovered in between episodes is that we were running out of sand because I had set up this redstone smelter or this redstone furnace here to auto process sand into glass for us because I kept running out of glass and I was tired of having to craft it. So what I have here, I turned it off now to set it to only work with a redstone signal. And what I have right here is a detector from Refined Storage. The detector is a pretty cool block because it allows you to detect items that are in your Refined Storage inventory. So if I come over here and I say I want to detect glass, and I want to detect when we have greater than or less than 0 glass, let's change this to 2048. When we have less than 2048 glass, what this is going to do is turn this on. Bing, it'll kick on. And I have my exporter here set to only work with a redstone signal. So what that means is we can even adjust this. Let's say that we have, let's say when we are greater than 2048, it'll kick this on and it'll start putting sand into the redstone furnace for us and automatically keep an eye on the amount of glass that we have in our inventory. So when we have more than 2048 or less than 2048 glass, it'll kick on and it'll get us back up to 2048 glass, which I like. That's a fairly decent number. I don't think that we're going to ever need that much glass. I don't know. Maybe some of the end game crafting recipes will, but for now, I think we're okay with glass. All right, let's take a look. Mechanism, energy cube, bada bing, bada boom. Now, caveat with this energy cube is as soon as in my inventory is fine. I forgot. In inventory is fine. If I put this in my hotbar, it's going to start filling up, which I guess is not a big deal. But let's pop down here and we're going to replace this. So all of our power is going to shut off for the moment with the energy cube. So we're going to grab you. And we're going to lose power to everything in our base. That's okay. We don't need it at the moment. And we're going to grab you. So you're going to start filling up with power. And we are going to say, okay, I want you to do nothing. I want the left side to be an input, the right side to be an output, and auto eject. And there we go. So now this is going to fill up, and that's going to output. And now we're pulling 3,000 RF per tick. We're input at 72,000, and my max output is 102. So we can output 102,000 RF. And this is going to be able to pull as much as it wants. So now we should be okay with all of our power bottlenecks and everything like that. Yeah. This guy is generating a buku amount. Yep. Producing 72,000 RF per tick right now, which is great. Burning through all of the ethylene that we have, but that's okay. I'm not concerned about it. It is burning through pretty quickly. That's okay. Eventually it'll back stuff and then we'll be fine. And this guy's still, chugging along, producing his whopping 480 RF per tick. Yeah. But now if we come over here, you should have power. Still no. I just want to, maybe there's a power input. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe thermal can't input that much power that fast. And that's why there's a bottleneck going on there. I don't know. It's a possibility. Anyway, so today what I would like to work on is, obviously we got all these things set up and everything. Oh, let's talk about our 2 compact machines. We haven't done that yet either. Let's pop into, so I have 2. I have a storage room and I have a network closet. Network closet's the important one. Inside of the network closet is where all of our refined storage is going to sit. All of our stuff for refined storage. So what we have here is we have our controller sitting down there all nice and pretty. And on the other side of it is our flux point, giving it power. Okay, he's got power. I don't know what that bounce is about, but it works. It doesn't make a difference. And then inside of here, we have all of our requisite grids. There are things that we have from Refined to allow us to interface with our storage. pattern grid, crafting grid, fluid grid. New to us is the crafter manager. I don't think I had this set up before. The crafter manager just allows me to manage all of my crafters that I have throughout my base. And so I can just come in here. Oh, I need to put something in the diamond infuser. Bada bing, bada boom. I can just drop it in there without actually having to physically go to the machine, which is pretty nice. And then our monitor and our discs are chilling out above. On the back side of this, if you look on our pattern grid, this is a pretty nifty trick. I cannot remember where I learned this. It was long ago. But if you take an exporter, just hook it up. It doesn't need a cable or anything because the pattern grid is a refined block, and so it links to the network. And you set a crafting upgrade with a pattern inside of it. It'll automatically request and export patterns into your pattern grid to keep your patterns always in stock. So if I ever need patterns, I can just do that and it'll automatically put patterns in there for me. Don't need any upgrades or anything on like that. It just will craft patterns, put them in there for me. Over here on the left side is our network transmitters, our switches and everything. What we have going on over here is the network transmitters that are feeding our different areas in our base. So Tech Island, home base, storage room, and a new room that we're going to have called Create Processing. And I generally put a sign on front of these so that way I know what each one of them does, because you might be able to name them using the same trick that I use with the anvil with the crafters that we had over by our mechanism area. But I don't know. I actually never tried it. So what I just do is put a sign on it. That way I know where they're at. So if ever home base needs to get moved, I can come in here. I know which transmitter home base was. So I can come in here, grab its card, go rebind it and put it back in there so I can go ahead and do the thing. Create Processing is a new machine, and I do have a card bound to it, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there, and when we get over to that machine, it should be all ready to go for us, hunky-dory. And then on this side, I just have our iron crafters. Pretty nifty. And all of our network sits in there, and literally all of our network sits in there. I have a network receiver set up here for our home base. Everything is running out of our network closet inside of that compact machine. Inside of the storage room is nothing at the moment other than the network receiver, because as you saw back at home base, I have not moved any of the things. It's a pain. Having to move all this stuff and get this all set back up over in the compact machine is just going to be a pain. So I just haven't done it because I don't want to, at least not yet. So yeah, that's all just chilling there for us. And then our final machine that we have, compact machine that we have, is going to be our new one, which is what I want to do today and work on. My goal is to start working on getting this automated, right? I want to get the sieving set up, automated, and the ores getting processed and things like that. So that way everything's just all hunky-dory. I don't need speed. I just want consistency. So we're going to go with water wheels. We're just going to set up water wheels for our power, and we're going to just let it run. Speed is perfectly fine for me. I don't need it to be faster. Maybe I'll set up a gearing system so that it's like, the small and the big cog wheel, or the other way around, so that it goes a little bit faster, but I don't need it. I have a lot of resources right now. We are not worried about any of our resources. I just want to automate them and get them all going. Interesting that I have raw stuff inside of here. Oh, because I was about to say, why do I have raw stuff? This is set as an external storage. I forgot. Yeah, I don't need auto or super fast processing of iron. I just need it to be processing automatically. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and start working on getting this set up, and we're going to put it inside a machine because I don't want to see it because it's probably going to be ugly. So we should have network over here, but we don't. I did put that network card into that receiver, right? That's weird. What's going on here? Create processing, network transmitter, card bound. Okay, maybe I bound it wrong. Yeah, create processing. Okay, you are 1032 41 8. 1032 41 8. It doesn't change. Maybe, I don't know. Something funky is going on here. Maybe it doesn't like this wireless transmitter being here. Okay, 1032 48. That did change the binding on the network card. Let's go. I broke and replaced it. Let's go pop it back into the thing. Are we going to end up having to move it? Not that it's a big deal or anything. You and you. Did it turn on? Huh. Funky. Why is it not turning on? What if I move this down here? That is, yeah, that's a receiver. I was like, I didn't make two transmitters, did I? Sorry if all this bouncing back and forth is causing any sort of headaches or anything like that. But we got to get through. We got to figure it out. Okay. Now that's bound to 1032.48. So I did bind to the next slot. Okay. At least these are right side by side, so I don't have to keep bouncing back and forth too much. All right. Did that work? Does it just not like that slot for some reason? No, what is happening? Why is this not powering on? I am at a complete loss. Or is it powering on? It's just not rendering that it's powering on? Yeah, no, there's no wireless. It's literally not turning on. Weird. What is happening here? If it doesn't work, I'm gonna pop over here to the network closet. We're just gonna test it all out inside of here. Maybe there's something funky with this receiver. No, now it turned on. And it's not a distance issue because if we look at the storage room, it's 1023 blocks. So it's not, these don't have a range of how far they can go. It's working. Huh. It's just not liking this compact machine. I don't know what could be funky about this though. Like, what is it? There's nothing fancy going on here. Like it's all just it's a compact machine. Like I don't know. I'm gonna, if this doesn't work this time, I'll reload the world and see, and then if that, I guess we'll rebuild the compact machine and make a new one. I've never had this issue before, and obviously it worked. Like we just saw a couple seconds ago, it worked when it was close to it. It's still not working. Huh. All right, let me reload the world. I'll be right back. Yeah, that did it. Something funky going on. But yeah, we're working good. Okay. Don't know what it was. Reloading the world worked. Except for, oh, there's no cable there because I broke the cable. I was like, wait, what? There we go. Now everything's working. Let's put cables back there. Don't need cable back here. No? Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Problem solved. Don't know what was going on there. A little bit of a world reload. Solves everything. Okay, so we have a room for all of our create processes. I have some cables run to the corners so that we can do the things that we're going to need. So what I would like to do is, well, first off, we need to get water wheels set up and spinning and going on in here, just so that we can have the capacity to be able to do the sifter. So I think we'll just use like this wall. Where is my input in this room? I want to make sure that I don't block myself off from being able to access everything. Okay, so we'll set that wall up over here. This is going to be where the water wheels are going to sit, and then power can come off, and then the sifters can just sit something like there. Then we'll figure out how we're going to get stuff in and out. Obviously, refined storage is going to be utilized for it. So since this is going to be the wall for our water wheels, I don't need the refined storage access over here. What I am going to want is some glass. That way we can see it. You know, it's going to look nice. And let's get some clear glass. So let's grab, that's chiseled glass. And then, oh, what happened to connecting glass? I've made connecting glass before. Why all of a sudden am I getting chiseled glass instead of connecting glass? See, like if I recipe this, it just turns to chiseled glass. Okay. I need give me a crafting table. Is that thing in here where I can change recipes? Like if there's a conflict? Yeah, look, there we go. Oh, now, but this is giving me connecting glass. That's fine. Okay. And then you will give me clear glass. Let's grab some more glass then. And we're gonna go, yeah, connecting glass and then clear glass. Okay, so now I have clear glass. Don't need you anymore. Go away. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we need to set up our water wheels. The water wheels obviously are gonna spin water. I made 13 of them. I don't know how many we're gonna end up needing. I just made a bunch. Each one can run 3. I don't think that we need that many to be honest, but I just made them because well, they're not expensive. So let's go ahead and get a block put here and we'll keep a block gap. That way we can get a what's it called in there? Now, do these need to be I think they need to be out one more, right? Yeah. So let's do this, and that. Yeah, that looks good. Wasn't there like you can put soul soil to make them like run faster? I'm remembering things, but not all of the things. Um, Water wheel. Ponder. Show me the thing. Okay, yeah, water flows over it. Wow, I know that. Additional signs will not improve its kinetic output further. Yep. Oh, this is a large water wheel. Oh, there's. Oh, I didn't know there was difference. Okay, I want this one. That's the one I'm using right now. Draw force from adjacent water currents. Okay, next. Additional signs will not improve further kinetic output. Create stress. Okay, but I wanted to see about the soul sand thing because you can soul sand bubblies to make it go faster. But where does the soul sand need to go? BRB. All right. So soul sand needs to go in the block right below. So let's grab ourselves some soul sand. Soul sand. It's the sand for the soul. Like that. And then water will sit here. Bubbles. Yeah. Something like this should work. Again, honestly, this is probably overkill with the amount of water wheels that we have here anyway. So I'm not super duper concerned about it. So what we have, or what we need to have, is water. Water will come out of. Let's get some glass going. Okay, so water can go. These are going to go here, right? No, water needs to go there. So it needs to go out one more. We'll see. Let's make a mess. Let's just make a mess and see what happens. Water goes here. No, but I need it to spin the other way. Let's just put a block here for now. There we go. So water spins that way. It bubblies and it creates a mess, and honestly, it gets the whole thing spinning off of just one water bucket. That's kind of actually crazy. Aren't there where's the goggles? The goggles require brass though, don't they? Which we don't have. Gold plate. Doable. I can make the goggles here in a minute. Okay. I mean, that works. I would have to extend this out one more, and then we can create a wall of glass so that the water doesn't go everywhere. Yeah. Something like that. Does that look correct? I don't know if I see the bubbles though from the soul sand. Or does there have to be a source block there? I bet you it has to be a source block. You know what we need is water. I'm gonna need a bunch of water, so let's just grab ourselves a sink until we're ready for it. Except I'm missing a bucket of water. I need to have a fluid encapsulator set up for this so that I don't have to do this. And Yeah, okay. I should have made the goggles while I was out there. So let's grab ourselves our sink. Sure. And a bucket. Because that needs to be a source block, right? Yeah, look, there we go. Now we got bubbles going. Okay, cool. I like it. That's how this is going to work. Let's go ahead and get everything set up, all the glass and everything. That way I can contain this, and then I can get the water going for each of these, which is going to kind of sort of be a pain, TBH, but we'll make it work. All right, glass ready to go to contain everything. Now we're going to have, out of this, we're going to need to have a gearbox, which I don't have the system taught. Okay, so we're going to need a gearbox to come out of this so we can get the power to come on out. So we will deal with that later. Let's go ahead and get water set up for all of these. Okay, so buckets. We need water. And just to make it easier, no, that's not going to work. Okay. There we go. Let's just get rid of that for the moment. So then I can just work on the source blocks that go to these spots. Ah, I broke that. Now these are spinning the wrong way. Okay. That's okay. It'll correct itself as I add more of these source blocks. It should fix the rotation here. And again, like I said, this is excuse me, please. Complete overkill. We don't need any of this actually. But if we're not doing the most, then what are we doing? Okay, so now that fixes that. So if I put that there, they should all rotate the correct direction. Good. Glass, glass, and glass. Yeah, because then the gearbox will come out of there. Perfect. Okay. All right, so that's that set, and those all should be bubbly, and they all should be source blocks too, right? Yep. So then I just have to get water on top of each one, and then we should be good. We're getting all of our rotation. There's probably a better way to do this. Could have used a steam engine if I really wanted to. Never used it before. Could have tried something new. But you know what? I didn't. I set up a massively ugly water wheel wall. Love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in its ugliness. Okay, cool. So there's that. All right. Let's go ahead, pop back home. Pop into our network closet here and teach the system some things. So we're going to need a few things. We're going to put this away. We're going to put that away. We are going to need to make ourselves gearboxes. Yes, good. It was already ready for me. Gearboxes. Sure. We're going to need cogwheels. We already know how to make shafts, so that's good. We're also going to need to make andesite casings. Wait, what? Gotta do that manually? What? I don't want to do that manually. Why you gotta be complicated here, huh, buddy? Why you gotta do that? All right, so andesite casing I cannot make automatically. Let's do this. It's a stripped log with an andesite alloy. Stripped log, andesite alloy. You can go away. You can go away. Well, you two can go into here, but until I get more create set up, I'm not going to really be able to automate that as much as I would like. Okay, so it's something like this, right? And then, yeah, okay, so then it's just a right click. We could probably automate this with like a auto clicker or a player. Isn't there a thing from Cyclic? Click at Cyclic item user. Could we? Just curious. Bypass create and just use an item clicker. Because you could use a block placer and an item clicker to be able to do this. Does this work? You need power? Sure, we can handle that. Just give me a flux point on the output network. Okay, so you have power. I want you to use that. Always on. Do I have to do anything with teams to allow it to work? Doesn't. Yeah, use item interaction, always on. It's got power. It has andesite alloys. Block interactions only. Nope. Okay. I was just curious. Like, will it allow it to? Does a fake player work? And it does not look like it does. Okay. Good to know. So I do have to manually do it. Oops. So I just have to go. Not too bad. That's all that's good enough for now. Okay, andesite casings. That flux point can just chill out in here along with the others. Cleaning up inventory. You can go away. You can go away. You can go away. You go away. You go away. You go back. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was a gearbox. Then we can craft, and then we're going to need some shafts. I know how to make shafts. I only have one though. Let's go ahead and craft. Sure, give me a stack. Don't know why I did that so complicatedly, but okay, cool. We took care of that, by the way. That was a shaft, and for now, maybe a you know what? Let's teach the system how to make plates. Gold plate. See, that can be made in a multi-servo press, which is nice. Multi-servo press and goggles. Bam. Now we have create goggles. Goes on my head slot. Extra level of looting. No, I prefer looting over suffocation and elytra damage. Can't we stack those artifacts, by the way? I have extra artifacts, mining speed, and attack speed. Aren't there like, can I put these into a curio slot? Just like a generic slot? Do I have a generic slot? No, that's rings, bracelets, that's hands, gadgets, element holder. No, okay. I was going to say, because if you have just like the base, just curio slot, can't you put anything in those, which then allows you to stack those artifacts and get the benefits of more than one? That'd be cool. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and set our gearbox up like so. And with our goggles, we should be able to see the power coming out of this, right? $128 stress units at the current speed. Yeah, those should be able to go faster. I don't have it set up right. And at this point, I don't care to double check what I did wrong. Okay, so the goggles do work, but they have to be... Oh, look, there is a curio slot. Maybe they have to be here. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, there we go. That works. Now we have the goggles. Yeah, the goggles, the speed should work, but it is what it is. 128. That's where I'll take it. It's fine. Okay, so now we have this ugly wall set up that's giving us 128 stress units, but it's a lot of power like it's a lot of torque. So hopefully that means that we can power a lot of sifters, maybe. Now the sifters, they get their power from the side. So we do need another gearbox to convert this to verticality. So I need a gearbox to get our power to be going vertically. So let's go ahead and I thought the clear glass broke in a sense of not doing that. We want to get, we'll put the vertical gearbox here. That's not vertical yet though. Vertical gearbox can go here. And now we have power going up and down. We can take our shaft and put it there. Except for we need another gearbox. Like so. Except you need to be vertical. Get us power down here. Place in a sensible manner, please. Okay. That still didn't help my situation here, though, did it? What I need is the power to be like here. Okay. I want the power to come here. I want power right here. Vertical gearbox to be right here. So what I need is 2 more vertical gearboxes should do it. In theory. You. And then because you're supposed to be a shaft. And then you. And actually, a gearbox doesn't need to be here. We can just put a shaft with an andesite casing. Bam. Make it look all nice. Bam. Bam. There we go. Ah, beautiful. And there we go. Now we can get a gear. Or a cogwheel. So sorry. And put it here. And now we have power coming out of here. Which I guess, to be honest, I didn't need any of this. TheAndrata's a dingus. Could have just put power there. Yeah. And then that way it's a little bit more compact too. Wow. Wrong block. You. Okay. Now that TheAndrata's done being dumb, we can go ahead and set up sifters. How many sifters can we make? Can we do this entire wall with sifters? Can we go teach the system how to make sifters? Can I just grab the sifters that I already have in existence? Okay. So we got sifters. At least a few. Let's go teach the system how to make more. I don't know how many we're going to need. So, like, more is not a bad thing. So you are that. You are that. And you are that. And since we have this over here, it's easier for me to just do this for these and put those all in one machine. Perfect. So if we come over to our create processing, because if each one of those water wheels is able to hold 3, we should be able to hold plenty of water wheels here, right? Like, I don't need 10, but I should be able to do 10 if I really wanted to. This is just a theoretical at this point now. We should be able to just do this entire wall for sure. Yeah, see, there we go. Okay, cool. So that is working. Now, could we speed them up? Probably. Again, though, I don't care for speed. What I'm working on, what I care about right now is that it's actually doing it in the first place. What I would like to do, I will speed it up 1, mainly because I just want to offset these by 1 here. So that way I can get to the refined storage in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put a large cogwheel here, and then we will put a small cogwheel here. Then I can set the sifters here. Made them go a little bit faster, but they're working. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're good. That's all our sifters. And we'll probably end up leaving that one blank. Okay, so now what we need is meshes. Now my question is, how many things do I actually need to sieve? Because if I don't need all of those sifters, I don't need all of those sifters. So let's go ahead and pop over here. I know for sure we're going to need gravel. We're going to want dust. We're going to want sand. We're going to want soul sand. We'll go crushed endstone, crushed netherrack. And do we need dirt? Like, dirt sieving is going to get me what? I mean, again, it's infinite resources, but like, do I need tuff and flax and mycelium and tomato and pasture seeds? I don't think I actually need those things. So I'm not going to worry about those. Anything else that gets sieved? I don't think so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones. I currently have 7. I mean, I guess I could just throw dirt in there for funsies, since I happen to have 7. Now, again, none of these are waterlogged. I guess I could leave that last one for a waterlogged sieve. Like if we go to usage of this, what does a waterlogged one get me? If I waterlog dirt, it gets me some corals. Or if I waterlog sand, it gets me slime. I guess that would probably be what I would want to do, is waterlog sand to get slime and prismarine and stuff like that. Okay, so no dirt, but another of sand, but with water. And water. Get on my nerves. I haven't taught the system how to make this stuff yet. It's getting annoying that I can't get buckets of water. So we're getting buckets of water taken care of. This can go into the storage room. For now, it's going to chill right over here. It can get moved later. But I'm tired of not being able to make buckets. Just get power. Don't care about you. Crafter. Importer. Input from the top, output to the back. Beat it up. Hurry up. I don't want to wait for you. I'm tired of it. Okay. You're going to make buckets of water so fast, you've never even, you ain't even going to be able to breathe. That's how fast you're making my buckets here. Buddy. Tired of not having buckets of water. I need to put water into that thing, though. Wait, Crate can put the water, or no, Refine can just put the water in there from the crafter, right? I don't have to do it. I think. Actually, it's a good question. Bucket of water. This is a complete tangent, but... Where are you, friend? Fluid encapsulator. 64 buckets of water. Go. Yeah, okay. Give me my buckets. Thank you. Okay. Now when I need water, I've got water available to me. Jeez Louise. Back to create. Bucket of water. No wireless transmitter. Why? What happened? Why did you disconnect all of a sudden again? What is going on with this transmitter? I don't understand. Look, it was working. It was working perfectly fine. Now all of a sudden, again, it lost connection. Is it a power issue? But everything else is working fine. You're fine. Like the distance doesn't matter. It's still just using 64 RF per tick. Create processing. You're chilling over there. I don't know why that one is having such a hard time staying on. And now I need it. Ugh. Be right back. And look, rejoining works perfect. I do not know what's going on with that disconnect there. Anyway, let's get a bucket. You know what? Maybe because, I mean, I don't know. I don't have this chunk loaded. Let's go ahead and chunk load it. Maybe that's why it's freaking out. That shouldn't be the case. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of them technically. So we can have 2 that are waterlogged if we really wanted to. 1 and 2. But that does mean we need more meshes. Okay. So our meshes, let's grab the meshes that we have. I currently have 3 amethyst. Now to make an amethyst, you have to have a mana steel. So I would need 5 more mana steels. I should have the mana steel available to me. So I need 1, 2, 3, 2. I'm out of sticks apparently. Sure, just make a bunch of sticks. Why are you slowing me down for sticks? 5. And then, oh. TheAndrata can't count. And then we need to upgrade those to amethyst. Hopefully we have enough. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, good. That gets me 8 amethyst mesh. Nice. So these are all upgraded to max tier. Okay. And with that, it is wrapping up point for the episode. So we have a very ugly create wall going on over here, but it's enough to work our system. It's powering us. It's getting us going. So what we're going to do next episode is I have refined storage coming on up, popping itself out of here. We're going to have it. I mean, we're just going to do a basic setup just like we had before. I don't, again, need anything fancy. What we're going to have our hoppers. And honestly, we don't even need the hoppers. I bet you you know what? Let's just test this really quick. I bet the exporters can just export directly into this. Probably don't even need a hopper. I can just export straight into this, and we can say you are going to export dust. Yeah, okay, so dust can just go straight into it. Don't need the hoppers or anything. So we'll just auto export dust, and it'll do its thing. We will then have the items output from here, and they are going to go into what I would like is a filtered output. I want to have the outputs, everything go into refined storage except the ores. The raw ore, would then go over to maybe this side with a backpack and hold all the raw ores in the backpack with those stack upgrades. And then that will auto filter out to smelters from Mechanism and just auto smelt everything. I kind of like that idea. And maybe, I mean, I do have 1 smelter here available for us. Maybe a couple smelters to handle that. Or, I mean, we upgrade this one. Obviously, we're going to upgrade it to Elite is what I have it set to. We could go up to Ultimate at this point. And see where we end up with that. But yeah, all of the ore just come shoved over to here. So we're going to need an interface. And we're going to want at refined upgrades. We're going to want speed upgrades. Let's request the stack upgrade first. Then we'll request the speed upgrades. That'll get that going. And then we're going to want some sort of pipes that we can filter with. Pipes. Get an ultimate pipe set up to extract from these. Dump into the interface except for... We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We got some challenges going on, apparently, with refined storage in this area. Hopefully, chunk loading fixes that, though. But anyway, yeah, if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.